Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, first, sorry if you're getting wind noise. Storms are coming in, but anyway, I'm not sure how I'm gonna put these. It's either the video before this or the video after this. We installed, or are going to install, a fast fuel system on the 6.0. So, in today's video, we're going to be installing a Beans diesel sump in this thing. So I got that fuel system a couple months ago, and been working on the car, powder coating, all the stuff. So haven't really had a chance to get that stuff installed on this truck. Not as quick as I had hoped, but over the last week I've been kind of running this thing around, trying to get it a little low on fuel, and I'm pretty sure we're finally there. So I'm probably going to drive this thing around a little more, just to do away with some of the fuel that's left. You see, we got just over a quarter. So I'll probably take this thing, I guess that fell off. I'll probably take this thing on one more little drive here, and then put it in the shop, and then in the morning we're going to go ahead and get started installing our sump and everything, and give it a shot. So I will say a big thank you to Beans Diesel for sending over the sump. I really do appreciate it. But anyway, I'm gonna get this thing fired up, take it for one more quick little drive here, and then we're gonna pull it in the shop and get ready for our new sump. Alright guys, so like I said, I'm going to take this thing for a quick little drive around, run a little more of this fuel out of here, because we're going to have to drain the fuel tank completely for installing the sump. So I'm going to do that. Like I said, when we get back, I'm going to put this thing in the shop, and then we'll do an unboxing on our new sump kit from Beans Diesel, and then in the morning we'll come back out here and get our sump installed on the 6.0. Alright guys, so here we have our Beans Diesel sump. So I've already opened this, looked at it, everything. Very nice. Seems to be very nice. So they do give you the hole saw itself. You have your sump, and then in here, I can do this one-handed. This is attached to the package, which is nice because it doesn't move around. And then you have some different fittings, a couple stickers, and this really nice, like 3D type of deal. This is actually very nice, I will say. But anyway, also got some instructions down in there too. But anyway, we got the truck in the shop last night. I've already been working on some stuff with the oven this morning, so we're going to go ahead here in just a moment, go ahead and get this installed in the truck. And also, the FAS itself is in this box. And I think I've decided that is going to be the next video. So in the next video, we're going to get this FAS installed, FAS 140. So anyway, I guess I'm going to carry all this back down to the shop, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Also guys, one thing I did want to mention, if you enjoyed today's video or got any value out of it, please get down there and consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. But anyway, let's get back to the video. Alright guys, so first things first, brought the truck in here, set it on jack stands in the front, give us a little more room. And being that this truck is an FX4, we're having to drop the factory skid plate. So we got, I believe, 7 10mm bolts that holds the skid plate on. And just like that, again, 7 10mm bolts, the thing comes right out. So not that bad. One thing it did do it did get hung up on the drive shaft, so just watch that. And another thing, use your head. Take a floor jack or take something and stack under it. If you don't have a floor jack, which you probably should, take something, put under it. That way this doesn't land on your face. So anyway, now that this is out of here, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our fuel tank up under here and see where would be the best place to mount the sump. So anyway, I'm going to get this thing out of here, and we'll go ahead and get under here and see where's the best place to mount our sump. And I reckon we will go from there. And as far as the skid plate goes, we can either take a larger hole saw, figure out where the sump is going to be, take a larger hole saw and drill a bigger hole in this, and then put some depressions in it for the fuel lines or whatever we want to do. We'll figure that out at some point. But anyway, I guess, like I said, I'm going to get this thing out of here and see where's the best place to mount our new sump. Alright guys, so looking up in here under this tank, I did some looking on some other YouTube videos as well, and I think we have determined we're going to put the sump right here. So we took the stump, the clamping plate, stuck it up there, and it seems to be fine and away from this depression here, and as well as this little hump in the tank. So I believe, like I said, I believe that's where we're going to put it at. Took a wire brush here and a rag, kind of clean that up. That way we don't have a ton of dirt just kicking around. And I guess another thing I've seen a few people mention is you kind of want to have the sump in the middle of the tank if you can, and at the lowest point. So it's pretty close right there. So I think we should be fine. Now, again, might take and do some measuring, but I'm pretty sure that's where we're going to put the thing at. So I guess with that being said, here goes nothing. I guess we're going to drill a 3-inch hole in the bottom of this thing. Alright, so we got our initial hole drilled, and just take a second to admire how perfect of a stream that is. It's very satisfying. But started off with a bucket and then went to the jug here, so that way it'll be easier to put back in the tank after we get our fuel system and whatnot. There's a little bit in here, but not a ton, because right after this we switched over to the container. Only got diesel everywhere, but anyway, I'm gonna watch this thing. I mean, we're probably 5 minutes into this, and we're only up to about here, so this is probably gonna take a while, but that's all right. So then here in a moment, once all the fuel is out of here, we'll go ahead and do the rest of our hole saw there, and go ahead and start mounting the sump. Alright, so took some motor oil that we had laying around, oiled these O-rings in here, and then before we install this, we will also oil the big O-ring for here. Now, for these, you need to fit them to whatever your fuel system's fuel line is. So just be mindful of that. I kind of test fitted these beforehand, so we should be good to go. Now, like I said, we will oil this O-ring as well before we go into the truck. But while I was working on this, my grandpa took a box cutter there, cleaned the burr out of the inside of the tank, and some broken pieces that were, I guess, floating around in the tank. So now we should be good to go ahead and start getting this thing installed and all tightened down. Also on these, look in your instructions kit, and it will tell you all the torque spec for all this stuff. Alright, Alright, so now with everything cleaned out and the burr on your tank cleaned, you can go ahead, slip your clamping plate in there. Now, there will be a ridge. The ridge on that will kind of line everything up inside the tank. And another thing, there is a cutout in the clamping plate. You want to match that up with the ports on your sump. So, anyway, I guess that's it. So, again, you want to match the cutout up with your ports just to make sure that everything flows nice and, you know, all that fun stuff. But anyway, get this thing up in here, getting it tightened down, and I will show you what it looks like here in just a moment. And we'll also get something kind of clean the diesel off of that fuel tank. Alright, so just like that, the sump is installed. Now, I figured it was worth mentioning, the fittings under here are 7/8, and then the Allen head to tighten the sump to the clamping plate itself is a 7/32 Allen. So what we did, we kind of turned everything a little bit to point out toward where we're going to mount the FAS. So that should work. Everything should be good to go. So anyway, guys, I would reckon that is going to be a wrap as far as this video goes. In the next video, we're going to be installing the FAS in here. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. But I guess with that being said, again, that is going to be a wrap for this video. So if y'all enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.